continuing from the previous section. So please tell me, right? I'm going to write down these things. You have to tell me whether it's having mass or not. So the number one is, okay, sound. Okay, air. What about air?
Having a mass.
Having mass. Okay. Sound. Then electricity, table, chair, floor, soil, having mass, right? You can say having mass. So how to measure that? So you can use a ruler. Rule එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. You can balance that with a thread. Rule එකක් අරගෙන ඒක balance කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙපැත්ත නූලකින්. You can balance that with a thread. After balancing that, you can hang that and balance it. Then you can fill a balloon and hang the balloon in one side. Just hang it in one side. Then what will happen when you hang the balloon? Yes, what will happen? What is the observation? Will it be still balanced or balloon එක එල්ලුවට පස්සෙත් මේක balance ද මේ rule එක කලින් balance තිබ්බේ? It was balanced earlier. After hanging the balloon, will it balance or will it move down or move up?
Move down.
Move down, right? Yeah. පල්ලෙහාට යනවා. balloon එකක් එල්ලුවට පස්සේ යා පල්ලෙහාට move down. The reason is the weight. Air has a weight. The reason is weight and air has a weight. Okay, and it is taking space as well, right? Because the balloon is filled and it will take the space, occupying space too. And what about sound? Is it having mass or an occupying space? Sound. Sound.
Not having mass.
Not having mass. Is it occupying space?
No.
Right? It is, you can say, type of energy. Right? Sound. It's not having mass and it's not occupying space as well. Electricity. Electricity.
Not having mass.
Not having mass and not occupy space too. Table.
Yes, having mass. Not occupying.
Table.
Having a mass.
Table having mass and occupy the space. Chair.
Having a mass.
Floor.
Having a mass.
And occupying space as well. Soil.
Having a mass.
Having a mass and occupying space too. Okay, this is about the things around us. So if it is having mass and occupying space, that is called matter. If it is having mass, occupying space, that is called matter. But if it is not having mass and not occupying space, we call that energy. Right? Sound is energy. Yeah, then sunlight is energy. Electricity is an energy. Because it's not having mass and not occupying space as, but it exists around us. Okay? Okay, that is the lesson that we have to learn from this. So can you fill your book, not that one, the textbook, writing book using this? Just write down again this in the writing book, right? Please write down again in the writing book. Right. The next is, so I said this again, right? Things having mass, we call matter, and things not having mass, we call them energy. Okay, so this experiment is again another experiment, unlike this balloon experiment, to check whether air occupying space. Right? To do that, you have to use a dry handkerchief and a glass, a dry glass and dry handkerchief. What you need to do is first put the handkerchief and like keep it in this edge at the end of this glass, the bottom of the glass, and then so turn it upside down and then just move it vertically in the water basin as given below. So what will happen? We can think, okay, we may think, so this will get wet. The reason is you are putting it inside the water. But what will actually happen? It will not get wet, right? It will not get wet. The reason is there is an air layer here. This air layer is preventing water coming inside. It prevents water coming inside because it occupies space already. The occupies is like it occupied the space, so it will not allow water to go inside. But if you tilt or if you just like this rotate this a little, then it will start because this air will move out, and to fill the gap, water will fill it. But if you keep it like this in this way, it will not wet this. It will not make this handkerchief wet. Right? This is a proof that it occupies space. Here you will observe that the handkerchief is not wet. This is because there is an air in glass. So water cannot enter into the glass. The reason is air is there. So air occupies space. This is another one. And also another thing to check is this balloon example. Okay. This one, I said this already, right? Air is air having mass. We can use a balloon and hang this. And actually they have used two balloons. I have used only one balloon. They have used two balloons and balanced it. After balancing, right? After balancing, you have to make a hole in one balloon. But you have to do so. What will happen if you try to poke into the balloon to make a hole? Normally, what will happen? දැන් මේ balloon එකට අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ඇන්නොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ පුතේ? සිදුරක් හදන්න. සිදුරක් හැදෙනවද? Is it making a hole or doing something else?
No.
So what will happen? Yes, what will happen? It will make a hole or not making hole. Balloon will say no, is it? What will really happen? Come on. Yes, it will blast, right? Isn't that so? අපි මේක සිදුරක් හදන්න නැද්දොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? බැලුන් එක පුපුරනවද නැද්ද?
Air goes out.
Yeah, it will blast. Why it will blast? Because there's a tension in this balloon rubber layer. Because of this tension, when you make a hole, so it spreads, and that will make a blast. Isn't that so? එහෙම නැද්ද? ඒක පුපුරන්නේ නැද්ද? පුපුරනව නේද? So how to make a hole then? කොහොමද දැන් සිදුරක් හදන්නේ එහෙනම්? පුපුරන්නේ නැති වෙන සිදුරක් හදන්නේ කොහොමද? Yes? Come on. You don't know this? දන්නේ නැද්ද? If you don't know, tell me, right? Don't you know?
Don't know.
Right. ඒක කරන්න පුළුවන් විදියක් තියෙනවා. To do that, what you need to do is you have to put a cello tape or transparent tape in the balloon. Right? You have to put a cello tape or transparent tape. After that, you can poke. Then the tension will not be released directly into the balloon because cello tape or the transparent tape is protecting the balloon by blasting. Okay, let me show that. Yeah, I can show you a video on this. Or a balloon without blasting. Okay, you can see here this one, right? Here, if you put a piece of tape, then if you try to poke it, it won't blast. right? It won't last. So the magic is you have to use a cello tape, right? You have to use a cello tape like this. That is the magic. That's not a big magic, but you try to do that. ඊළඟ දවසේ බැලුන් එකකට ටේප් එකක් ගහලා ටේප් එක හරහා යන්න පින් එක ගහන්න මේ වගේ. So it won't blast. මොකද බැලුන් එක ඇදෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? බැලුන් එක ඇදෙන්නේ නැහැ. බැලුන් එක ඇදෙන්නේ නැතිකොට ඒක පුපුරන්නේ නැහැ. හරි? Okay, let's skip the advertisement first.
Hi, my name is Nilanjana and welcome to another episode of Jumpbox IQ, where we teach you simple science experiments with things you can find at home. On any other day, if someone says, take this pin here, put it through this balloon and make sure it doesn't pop, you'd say that's impossible. But today we're going to prove them wrong, and I'm going to show you how you can do this. Two ways to do this. One is either with a piece of tape. The other is to find the right spot on the balloon. Start off with a piece of tape. Simple as that. You just simply take a piece of tape and stick it on your balloon. Take your pin and poke it through. See, it doesn't pop. The next way is to find the right spot. If you notice there's a slightly darker colored place on the balloon, take your pin, poke it through. It doesn't pop. Why is this? Well, this is because, as shocking as it may seem, balloons don't like being blown up. They don't like being stretched or stressed. When you poke a balloon, you create a tear in it, and the balloon sort of goes back to its original position. The tape here sort of holds it together. The tape prevents it from tearing out. Same is the case in the dark spot. Around the dark spots, the balloon isn't as stretched as it is on any other place. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Jumpbox IQ. My name is Nilanjana. This was brought to you by Champa.
Okay, so he actually explained two ways. One is actually using the first method is using this tape. The second method that he suggests is use the dark spot which is not stretched. අර ඇදිලා නැති පද පාටින් පේන තැනට එක ගහන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට පිපිරෙන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොටත් ඇදෙන්නේ නැහැනේ තව දුරට. හැබැයි එහෙම නැති තැනකට ගෙහුවොත් නේ වෙනවා. නැත්නම් ටේප් එකක් ගාලා තමයි කරන්න වෙන්නේ. Okay, I think that should be there in your book. Balance the make a hole in the balloon. Observe. Okay, make a hole in the balloon. Then you have to. Actually, it is not explained here. When you want to make a hole in the balloon, you have to put a tape, right? Okay. Then the amount of matter in the object is referred as the mass of the object. So let's see how mass is, like how it is relative, how we calculate it. And so what are the measurements of mass? Basically kilograms, grams, milligrams. Kilogram is 1000 grams. 1 milligram is actually 1 divided by 1000 grams. Or 1000 milligrams is 1 gram and 1000 grams is 1 kilogram. So that is how we measure the mass. Okay. So let's do small experiment again. Okay, see this example. For example, actually see this example. Let's try to do this now. Okay. So first you can see this is about the mass. This experiment is about the mass. And can you see? So there are two 10 kilogram mass in both sides. And so one is in 1.25, the distance from the center is 1.25. The second one is distance from the center is 1.5. So what will happen? Yes, what will happen? Yes, what is the result and what will happen? Is it one, or this one? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
So please remember that one is there 1.25, the distance, the other one is 1.5. 2.
3.
Okay, 2 or 3? 3.
3.
Okay. Yes, you are correct. The reason is, what is the reason? Yes, if mass is equal, right? The mass is equal, but if it is in a seesaw like this, then the distance from this, the center is more, then the force will be more. Here actually there is more force. Mass can create force. Here the force is more than the force here. That is the reason why this side go down. Okay, next. This one, yes. What will happen? What will happen? Is it 1 or 2 or 3? Yes.
3.
3. Sure. Is it 3? Here the distance is 1.5. Here distance is 1.75. Both are 5.
1.
1. It is 1. Because of the force. Force, when the distance is high, the force will be high if they are same. Okay, now can you tell me, how can I balance? Where should I keep this kilogram 5? 10 kilogram is in 0.5. Then 5 kilogram you will have to place in. Yeah. Yes. Where you should keep that 5 kg. Yes, if I keep this in 0.5, will it balance? Will it balance if I keep this in 0.5?
No.
Then where we have to keep this?
1 meters.
1 meters. What is the reason? Yes. What is the reason? You have to multiply here. So multiplication can be applied to do the calculation. If you multiply 0.5 into 10, if you multiply 0.5 into 10 is 5. Then 5 into 1 is also 5. Length or distance into the weight. That is the force. Distance multiplied by the weight. Okay. Okay, I invite you to do this. You can go through this and complete this. Right? Here I'm sending these examples to you. So just go through this and try to complete this. Right? and try to complete all the challenges and get an idea about the mass and the force that it created. Okay, I will stop from here for today. Then good night.
Good night, sir.